Ubisoft is going back to its roots with the new Assassin's Creed Mirage, but if you remember anything about the roots, that might not be a good thing. Hello gamers, firstly I want to say I'm not a hater of the series, I'm actually a pretty big fan of it. I have a soft spot for historical fiction, but whenever I watch this trailer, I just find myself a little worried. But why? You'll see all the comments are so quick to rejoice at the return of Assassin's Creed, finally some assassins. But this just feels more like nostalgia than an actual longing for that style of game. Before I can explain exactly why I think that, we have to go back in time. This would be a good time for some joke about the Animus, but all of my ideas came off as cringy, so I will just save you the pain. The fan favorite of Assassin's Creed is the Ezio trilogy, the holy trio of gaming, Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, and Revelations. Psych. That's what you think, but you're wrong. Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla all outsail the previous games individually. In fact, Valhalla has more copies sold than Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood combined. I understand there's a difference in gaming today and then, but it's important to understand that the prehistoric trilogy came from complaints about the old Assassin's Creed games just not being good. After Unity, Rogue, and Syndicate flopped, they had to rethink their approach, and what did they come back with? A removal of the annual release schedule, thank God, and an origin story over 3 games. And while people online just love to complain about the lack of assassins, which is a silly argument since it's an origin story, the games with the white and red robes just weren't doing it, dude. And so I ask, is going back even a good idea? I mean, if they understand where they faltered, and if they innovate, then it's fantastic and it will be an amazing game, as that's what propelled the previous games. A lovable character, a fun setting, and something innovative or something different. Yet, I haven't seen any huge innovation in the trailers. I see the return of a lot of stuff that's fun, that makes me excited, but I haven't seen anything notably new. And sure, if they polish the game to a pristine level, then it can still do really well. I mean, look at Diablo 4. It's exactly more of the same, but they did it so well that it's received amazing reviews. And personally, I can't stop playing it. So the way I see it is they have 2 options. Option 1, innovation. They need to add new systems or something new that will add to the arsenal of an assassin. The line in the trailer about bribing a guard I think is a really solid start. If they could give you ways to really plan your attacks or give you a bunch of new options, that'd be awesome. If they make a ton of these new little innovations based off of what they learned from the 3 previous games, I think they could make a remarkable return to the historical time period. But only a couple small innovations here and there is not going to sell the game. Based on comments, Assassin's Creed has 2 audiences. The original players from 1, 2, and the others, and the new fans of the prehistoric trilogy, which function very differently from the older games. To make both of these groups happy, you're gonna need some good innovation. And maybe that is their plan, to take what they learned and to make something great. Their other option is option 2, polish. Make the game so well that it doesn't matter that it's more of the same. The character's great, the story's awesome, and the setting is just too good. If you can nail these, then it doesn't matter about innovation because the game is just quality. This takes so much more time than innovation because of the amount of testing you have to do, the amount of editing for a good story. It can just be a lot. If you don't believe me, then think of how many cool and fun ideas you have for not just Assassin's Creed, but any new game, any game at all. You're like, oh, you could do this or this. Super easy. Everyone has them. Now try to think of a really good story that involves almost perfectly the actual history of the time period, and don't forget to write a very well written character. I promise you probably can't do that, at least not as easy as you can come up with a new idea for a game. I think you kind of get the idea. The third option is neither. They can just not innovate and they can not polish the game and it'll just die. I imagine it'll have good initial sales, and then once streamers and review sites get their opinions out, which are now done before the game releases, the game's just gonna die. I want this game to be good because, man, I love Assassin's Creed, but nothing the trailers have shown have provided anything but nostalgia bait. And I'll still play it, even if that's all it is, because I'm interested in that, but I know a lot of people who won't. This game is really risky for them to make if they don't take it seriously. You think it'll pay off? I'll make sure to give my impressions on it, so if you're interested, make sure to leave a sub. But other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.